Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes.
I'm a grown-ass man. Grown-ass man. Grown-ass man.
Hey everybody, King Dingbat here. I'm in my garage with a cigar. It's only a candy cigar because my wife won't let me smoke one after I put that big fat head up in our bedroom.
Let's get rid of that. At this point, I'd be happy for Dak to be playing for somebody else. And my team stinks. I agree. Stinks.
They laugh about us. We're a disgrace. We suck.
I am now Philly 500's bitch.
Dallas still stinks. Yo, by doing? King Dingbat here, and I hope everybody's having a great day. Hope you guys are hanging in there. So I can see Mark Holmes is right off the bat saying, F you, Philly 500. I love you too. How's Jordan Davis, Mark? How's Jordan Davis? That's all I can say. But I hope everybody's doing well. And unfortunately today, I come talking about Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger. He signs with the Saints. I was praying, I was hoping he was going to sign with the Eagles. And that's going to leave a huge spot for us. We still need a safety. We still need a corner. What are you doing, kitty? And, yeah, it's going to be interesting. I don't know what they're going to do. Easy Money, what's up, man? I see you're on to the Carson Strong, huh? Very cool. JR's here. Luke. Lord Bronson, what's up, my man? Ace Wonder, Chris Scott. Leonard, Jaden. Andrew, Clark. What's going on, everybody? Man, I know I'm missing a lot of people here. It's going quick. Last Jedi, what's going on? Mullins, what's going on, buddy? It's good to see you. Who that? Jaden. What is happening, everybody? Marcus, what's going on? So, yeah, I mean, I got to assume that either Howie's going to end up doing something and finding somebody. I mean, maybe like an Xavier Rhodes or somebody like that at corner. And I got to think at safety, maybe he just believes in Epps or Kavon Wallace. You know, but I'm not gonna freak out yet because I was saying we gotta get a receiver, We haven't done nothing, and then look what they did. So I'm gonna let this thing play out. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Two Real Philly? What's on, Bradley? Philly fan 21. What's happening? I've been great, man. I've been great. This has been a crazy weekend. I still recovering from all those streams. But I feel good, man. You know, would have liked to have the Honey Badger though. He said the next off season is going to be very interesting. If Hurts doesn't play well and Lamar doesn't resign with the Ravens, something to monitor. Sign Lamar and keep the two first rounders. My hope is that Jalen Hurts goes out and puts up enough numbers that we can say, okay, he's the guy. Let's go build this defense. Let's get the let's get a corner or safety or another defensive end. I want Hurts to be the guy. That's the quickest, easiest way for us to get this whole thing done. You know what I mean? So we'll see. I mean, it'll be interesting. Sexton, what's up? Troy Singleton, my man. What is happening, my man? He says Wallace is a pretender. It seems like so far he is. You know, my hope is that he wasn't. I thought he was going to be better, but, you know, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Jedi says, I'm so hyped in. I need the Saints to lose every game. All right, we got your first round pick. I need them to give us a top 10 pick. Marcus says, they still saying the Cowboys is the best team in the division. What's wrong with these people? They love to hate the Eagles. I don't think the Cowboys are the best in the division. I think if Hurts improves enough, I think the Eagles are better. I think Hurts has a better offense around him than I think Dak Prescott. I think the Eagles have a dynamic duo, man. I mean, you got A.J. Brown, who's getting introduced today, I think 4:30. I'll probably be doing a video on that. We'll see. I'm going to get home late tonight because I'm going into work late. So it may be late. Unfortunately, I can't stream the Sixers. I got to record it. House Nelson, what's up, my man? He said, I'm glad you don't have a job so you can stream all day. No. I got to pay the price. I go in late or I come back at lunch. Fortunately, I'm not far, so like I could take a little extra long lunch. I could come home, film, then I go back, edit, put it up there, or do a stream. But I got to make up for last week, so I'm going to be working late tonight. Drew Johnson, what's up, 500? That is right. Don't panic. Season hasn't started yet. Listen, we figured a way to get a wide receiver in here. I got to figure a way that, they'll get at least a corner safety. They don't have to be the best guys. Just be, bridge safety, bridge corner at this point. More pressure on Hurts without a secondary. Yeah, maybe. If he has to throw more because we're giving up more points to win, I suppose you're right. What's up, kitty? I got a cat in here that is trying to get out. All right, I'll let you out. Hold on. I got 2 cats. One of them I think is pregnant now. So she is what it is. Hold on. Let me get this cat out of here. Here, while I get the cat out of here, why don't you have fun with Mark Holmes for a second? I'll be right back.
Enough time for one more play. We had one more.
Yo, you gotta be motherfucking kidding.
You gotta be kidding me. We have enough time for one more play.
Look at this motherfucker
What are you doing?
running from
What are you doing? What was that bullshit?
That is not right.
Oh, that's some bullshit. What was that? We had enough time for one more play.
We had an opportunity to win that game at the end.
But the referee screwed us. The brother screwed us.
I'm upset, but
The brother screwed us.
At least they fought back and tried.
Only Cowboys games.
Yeah, you
The brother
literally.
screwed us. The brother screwed us.
Gotta love it. So yeah, I had to get the cat out of the room. So it is what it is, Let's see here. I'm trying to catch up to these chats. Saints will be a good team. Only thing that we could be concerned with is how Jameis will come back after the injury. Plus, Dennis Allen can prove to be a full-time head coach. I mean, you could be right. Maybe you might be right about that. We are going to see. It's going to be interesting. Jonathan Abrams says, "Is the safety from Raiders? Did he not pick up his 5th-year option? Did they not pick up his 5th-year option? That's interesting. I mean, I'm sure there's guys that they can get. I'm sure there's somebody. Maybe you get a June 1st cut. Somebody we're not expecting. The only guy I kind of don't want anything to do with is I don't want Landon Collins. I don't like Landon Collins. I don't trust him. I think he stinks in whatchamacallit. Yeah, I got the cat pregnant. Yeah, don't tell my wife. Little Philly 500's gonna pop out. Meow, 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 mother humper. No, Abrams got extended. Okay, well, forget that then. Abrams hits too hard. I don't know, man. I don't think anybody can hit too hard. He injures himself. Got it. See, Landon Collins just is so bad at pass coverage. Like, can it be any worse to put Kevon Wallace or Epps out there? I don't know. I don't know that it is. You know what I mean? Joe says, "My man Philly, how do you think Brown joining this team will affect Reagor? I assume we will trade." When I think about Reagor, like I feel like when you think about it, I don't know how he stays on this team. I mean, if he does stay on this team, are they going to feel the need to try to play him because of the salary he's making? He's not better than Devontae or Brown. He's not better than Quez Watkins. He's not better than Pascal. So you're going to pay a 5th year of a 5th, a 5th quarterback, a 5th wide receiver, what, 1st round money? They're going to either trade him or cut him. That's what I think. There's still a few ads we can acquire. Yeah, I know there's some corners out there. Xavier Rhodes, I think Joe Hayden's out there. I mean, there's still some guys. Safeties, I'm not even sure who's out there at this point. I just know that I think Landon Collins has to wait till June 1st before he can sign with anybody, or after June 1st. I don't want anything to do with him, dude. Justin Herbert had major injuries dating back to high school. Doesn't mean it continues. Strong chose the Eagles for a reason. We need a quarterback and have the best offensive line. Strong as oh man, easy money went. He went beautifully from Matt Corral right into Strong. You gotta love easy money. Yeah, Howie said Reagor will stay, but I think that's just what he has to say. Like, you have to play. If he says, no, Reagor's either going to get traded or cut, therefore you can't trade Reagor for anything. Nobody will trade him. They'll all just wait till he gets cut. So you have to play it up. You have to play the game. You have to say certain things. You know what I mean? Supposedly, Philly offered Tennessee Reagor along with those draft picks, but Tennessee told them, we'll just take the draft picks. So that's brutal. That's brutal. Cutting Reagor creates a spot which is worth it in itself. It definitely is. I mean, are they going to pay him and make him – he's the 5th receiver on your team? I mean, seriously. Eagles could have had the best safety in the draft. Now they have no secondary. Hamilton was sitting there for Philly to take him. I know he was, and I know a lot of people wanted him. I think that was the right pick. But I think when you look at the philosophy of the Eagles – and I mean, I said this all along that this is what they were going to do. They believe in building it from the inside out. They believe, and everything is predicated on that defensive line. The Eagles were not drafting for this season. They were not drafting to put players in to try to make a Super Bowl run this year. They were drafting for 3-4 years down the road. And if that's the case, you're going to lose Fletcher Cox after this year. That's what they were thinking. You know, I can't knock them because it's their philosophy. It's been their philosophy as long as I've known the Eagles. As long as I mean, the Eagles have never drafted a safety in the first round. So I don't know why people, think that they were going to. I agree with you on Collins. He can't cover from the sun to get in his own. He's horrible. He can't cover. So I would might as well just take a chance with Epps or Kevon Wallace. But that doesn't mean there's other safeties they can't get. You know what I'm saying? The Trubisky song, I'm all out of whiskey because I lost my Trubisky. I always forget the damn words now. Cannot remember the words to that song. Rocket Arm Corral went in the 3rd round. Yeah, to Carolina. And easy money, I was like, we were looking for you. 500, who will win the Defensive Rookie of the Year? And will it be Sam Williams? At this point, I have no idea who's going to win it. I would love to say it's going to be Nakobe Dean. How about that? Hamilton makes your secondary way better, but let me tell you something. If you don't have a good defensive line and a quarterback has all day to throw, I don't care how good your secondary is. I don't care how good your safeties are. You can only cover somebody so long. The Eagles are always going to build their defensive line first. I like Chris Harris. I mean, I like him. Yeah. Weapon X, NFL Philadelphia Eagles. Thank you for super chat, my man. Appreciate it. Eagles suck at drafting skill positions. It's been hard on them in the past. That is true. I think they made the right move. I think that you had to take Jordan Davis there. If he pans out, he's going to be a monster in this league. Nakobe Dean, steal of the draft. I still can't believe they got him. Even if he has a injured chest, who cares? Sixers upset tonight calling it? I hope so. I can't stream that game. I want to, but I'm not even going to be home till the half of it. I got to work late. And I will be on Jacob Media at 3:30. I will be on with Dan Cilio, so that'll be fun. I could do the bad dog. Bad dog is a mad dog. Cause he knows the Giants always stink. They trade all that better. He could win the Super Bowl. They draft in he got the only field. You do any work for NASA. Unfortunately, Bad Dog's a happy dog right now. I don't like when Bad Dog's happy. I like when he's mad and he comes at me. But he's happy because they had a great draft. Giants had a fantastic draft, I think. Giants and Eagles, great draft. Dallas, not so much. Washington, Can't wait to watch Davis and Dean dominate in the NFC East for the next decade. Dean gives me that Dawkins-style leader vibe. Yeah, I know. Me too. Dean is going to make – I think he is too, man. Heat in 5. Unfortunately, if Embiid can't play, I think the Sixers are in trouble. Josh Joby can start this year. I like Josh Joby. I just can't – I can't trust a undrafted free agent to be a starter right away. I can't pencil them in. I can't even pencil McPherson in and feel comfortable. I hope the Eagles do something about that. I wouldn't move Maddox. Maddox was really good in the slot. That's his position. Let him play it. Don't, you know what I mean? Jets stole the show during the draft. Jets were really good too. Jets had a great draft. Are you surprised at them? Yeah, absolutely I'm surprised. I mean, dude, some of the Mario Goodrich is getting more money than some of the late round picks, But I mean, the Eagles had to get these guys because they couldn't draft them, Bama undrafted free agents back usually on the field. Well, if he gets to, I'm just saying, like, I would go in a camp and I would bring somebody in like a bridge corner or maybe a safety. I would sign somebody off the streets. If they come in and they can play, then even better than play them. But I don't want to have to put that pressure on them. I'm fairly certain Rhodes will sign with Philly before trade. I think Rhodes is going to sign with Philly. It makes too much sense. You know who has an arm? Let me guess. Carson Strong, is that what you're going to say? T.J. Edwards was undrafted free agent. Yeah. But how long did it take him to start? I don't think he started year one. Plus, when the linebacking core had been so weak, I don't want to go into the season saying, all right, it's got to be one of my undrafted free agents, Yo, Philly, what's the move now going after safety since Honey Badger went back home? Here's my thing. I have a feeling the Eagles are not going to get a safety. I think they're going to go in with Epps and Kevon Wallace and give those guys a chance. And then I think they bring in a safety like Xavier Rhodes, somebody like that. So I think I'm not safety, a corner. So I think they'll bring in a corner, but not a safety. Am I upset to Honey Badger? Yeah, I am. But I can't fault the man for wanting to go home and being where he's from. I can't fault him for that. Baby Arms signed in Denver. We got 445 people in the chat. Thank you guys for being here. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Appreciate you guys so much. And JK Frenchie 215, welcome to Dingbat Nation. Thank you so much and welcome to Dingbat Nation. I got a couple of videos for Dingbat Nation and Dingbat Superfans coming out this week. Look for that. It should be good. But thank you for joining. Appreciate you. Shout out to you. I think we signed Xavier Rhodes or Kevin King to a one-year deal and then trade for a safety like Chuck Clark. Listen, if they could get a Chuck Clark, I'd be okay. I'm guessing, I've got a feeling they're going with Epps and Wallace, at least to camp. Maybe they get somebody during camp, but I think that's the plan. But I do think they sign a corner. I think Rhodes, it sounds like the guy. Rhodes has played with Gannon before, right? Tay Gowan's going to be good. He might be. My feelings with like people like Gowan, Epps, I hope that they're going to be good. I think they got a lot of upside, but I can't rely. I don't want to rely on that going into the season. I'd rather it be a nice surprise. You know what I'm saying? Yo, 500, thank you for the content this week, bro. Your go-to Eagles fans. Thank you, man. It was fun, man. We streamed a lot of streaming. I was almost delirious the last day. It was crazy, man. I still kind of feel warmed out from the whole thing. Epps got solid upside, Who that dude says, better hope the offense can score. No secondary going to be a lot of shootouts. Well, it could be, yeah. But I'll tell you what, an increased pass rush, a better pass rush will go a long way to helping that secondary. But I think they still got to fill those holes. You definitely have a whole safety in that corner. I think it's harder to fill the safety spot than the corner at this point. Weapon X NFL foot of the Eagles. Thank you for super chat, my man. Says everyone's panicking over corner and a safety. Relax. Every team has a weakness. We are solid everywhere else. Let some young guys develop. That's what it looks like they may do. But I still think they'll bring somebody in. I would have been happy if they could have brought it back to Steven Nelson. Junior, what's happening? Philly, it's Joba, not Joby. My apologies. My apologies. I got it wrong. Jaden says, yo, Philly, how much rant will it be if Philly brings back Nate? Oh, huge rant. epic of epic proportions. You know what I mean? I can't wait for Mark Holmes' reaction to Dean sacking balding Dak. I love it. It won't let you join. I don't know. Some people have that problem. I have no idea. The only thing I can think of is I know some people have had a problem if you're on a mobile device and you have to go to a computer. But I don't know. It's acting weird. I apologize for that. Sue Blaze, man, diverse super chat. He says safety and corner are the worst spots to be weak. Yeah, well, I mean, it is what it is. There's still time though. I mean, we're still in May. We just entered May. There's time for the Eagles to get a corner or get a safety. Sometimes, June 1st comes, and sometimes you'll see some cuts that will surprise you. And then, Howie has a way of getting guys that you didn't even know they were on the trade block. Well, Baldemiro, I hope I said it wrong. So Philly 500, get out there for corner for the Birds. Dude, I would be the worst corner. They would tear me up. I run like a 6'7". Put me in defensive line. You could put me in linebacker too. I could play both those. LB and Fizz Transport, thank you for the super chat, my man. Or Fizz Transport. He says, I think that we're not going to get a safety. We're going to give Epps an opportunity, and I think we now have the best linebackers in the division. We got really good linebackers. I really like our linebackers. You're right. I don't think they're going to get a safety either. I think they're going to get a corner, though. AJ Boye is your pick? Yeah, that wouldn't be bad. My gut feeling is Xavier Rhodes because he played with Jonathan Gannon. But, I mean, any of those guys at this point. Gico says, Howie versus not done 500. Everyone relax. Not over yet. Oh, I agree with you. I agree. Kem says, I'm more concerned about the cornerback, too, than safety. We had safeties developing for years while we had corners developing for 1 year. Yeah, I agree. That's why I think the most likely scenario is that they're going to address the cornerback position over the safety. I think that'll happen. Watch Jacob and Mike Quick names free agent safeties and corners. There are slot for studs left. Okay, a lot of studs left. I like it. I'll watch it later. I'll definitely watch it. Let me see. I'm trying to catch up here. 500 would never get out of his stance. Only nervous. No, I probably wouldn't. I'd probably pull cramp. I'm 46 years old. Who am I going to catch? I can barely catch my kids. Say Boogie, thank you for super chat. Man, you the man. He says, Philly, I think everyone has forgotten we are at a rebuild stage. We did amazing this draft and gotten better. Expect the same thing next year. Yeah, well, if everything pans out and works out, I think that, and let's say Hurts is the guy and you can keep your first 2 picks, I think the Eagles are going to go either corner or safety first round, most likely corner and defensive end. That would be my guess. 500, do you think it's ironic that we now have another Carson team? Or just, no, I don't believe in coincidences. So I do think it's ironic. Did they announce the contract details for Honey Badger? Should we have just paid? I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, Patrick Peterson did sign, I think, with Minnesota. Oh, my kids definitely can catch better than them, yeah. I've not seen Honey Badger's stuff. So we got 494 people in the chat. If you're new to the channel, make sure you guys like. Make sure you subscribe. You don't want to miss any content. We're going to be pumping out content all week. It don't stop because the draft is over. Today we have A.J. Brown's press conference. I'm dying to see what number he's going to wear. I hope he wears 11. I do. But it should be interesting. I saw Jordan Davis is going to wear 90. I think that's a great number. He's not allowed to wear 99. Nobody can ever wear 99 because the greatest defensive tackle to ever play for the Eagles, Jerome Brown, that's his number. Mel Kiper gave Cowboys second worst draft grades. That's awesome. That is awesome. I think Mathieu visited the Saints first and walked out with no contract, but then they signed him. Yeah, and he's from the area. So I look at it like, the same thing as Hassan Reddick. Hassan Reddick came to us for less money because he's from the area. Weapon X, NFL Philadelphia Eagles, man. Thank you for super chat, man. Shout out to you. Any advice for just starting a YouTube channel? You're the GOAT, bro. So advice help. By the way, no more Howie slander at this draft, guys. Here's my advice. I'll give you some advice, and I'll give you even a little more advice than I normally give today. My advice is simple. Be yourself, have fun, and just be honest with your thoughts. Tell people your thoughts. Sometimes those thoughts will be right. Sometimes those thoughts will be wrong. Don't try to be the arbiter of truth or try to tell people how they should talk or think or say that you're the expert. We're all just people with their opinions. If you do that and have fun, you'll do great. And also, most important, keep pumping out the content. You got to pump. I would recommend 2 videos a day and be very patient and let things develop, because sometimes it takes a while. If you do those things, you'll be fine. That's a solid foundation to build a channel. Don't build your channel with straw, because it won't work. And that's the truth. And let me know if you need any help. Let me know. Anything I can do to help, let me know. Randy says, Yo 500, what do you do for work? No, I don't. I work for a chemical distributor. Fortunately for me, I can take a lunch. Sometimes I can work home. They're about 10 minutes away, so it's not far. Eagles need to develop their players better. That's where they aren't great at. Other teams develop players who were drafted in later rounds. Yeah, they got to do a better job developing player, and they got to be patient. But I still think you need a bridge. You need a bridge corner for this year. You the man. You the man. Easy money. The word out on Goodrich is that he doesn't have good speed coverage. Well, that's not good for us. There's a reason why the Eagles paid him like the most money of unrestricted free agent ever got. Undrafted. There's a reason. I'm curious. Earl Thomas. I have no problem with Earl Thomas, but the only problem with him was that there were problems with him in Baltimore with his teammates. Like, they said he was a bad teammate. I don't know if that's true or not. You know what I mean? Can we start calling Cowboy fans Dingleberry since they cling on to 5 rings like turds? That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Patriots 1776. Thank you for super chat. If Jordan Davis has a heart to match his size, then the rest of the NFL is trouble, especially with the guy he's playing next to. That is the truth. That is the truth. If he has the heart and he puts in the work and he stays in shape, the rest of the league is in trouble. And that's why I had to draft him there. The division will be Eagles 1, Cowboys 2, Washington 3, Giants 4. I'm going to say this. I'm going to put Washington 2, Cowboys 3. How about that? Hey, Philly, what are your opinions on Kyrie? From what I've seen, and I haven't watched a whole lot of film yet, but what I've seen of him, he looks like he has tremendous athletic ability. He has tremendous upside. And if they can develop him, he could be a Hassan Reddick type guy, I think. So I'm very high on him. I think it was a great pick that late, Let's get Dawkins out of retirement, right? Yo, 500. I would like to see Earl Thomas on the Birds. He's looking like he's coming back to the NFL. As long as his teammates want him and he's not going to be a problem with them. The teammates in Baltimore did not like him. Those were all the reports. And that's, I think, part of why he hasn't played, Randy says, 26-year-old strong safety, free safety Chuck Clark and Baltimore getting Hamilton because they got Marcus and free agent. So Trey Reagor, a 3rd round. Yeah, I think that would be a really interesting trade. If the Eagles could work that out and get Chuck Clark, that may be a good bet, and especially if they could dump Reagor, Vinny says, I hope Tibbs stinks. Haha, what's up, 500 Giants and Eagles had a great draft. They did have a great draft. I hope he stinks too. But I don't think he's gonna. I think he's a good player, See, Landon Collins just is so bad in pass coverage. Like, I would take the risk Marcus Epps. I would rather have Epps. Howie knows he has a trade for talent. Howie, listen, I was on his ass all off season because I was like, you got to get Hurts help. You got to get Hurts help. If you believe in Hurts, prove it to us. Go get help. And he did it. He did it. So I'm not going to feel so panicked right now with corner and safety. I'm going to be patient, and I'm going to let this thing play out. I'm sure he has something up his sleeves. You know? Eagles still shopping Jalen. I mean, who's going to want Reagor? I mean, nobody wants him, you know? Maybe Kevon Wallace will turn into what they expected when they drafted him, Clemson chip. Yeah, I mean, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Philly look at Mark's vid. Mark's mad. What is he mad about? Mark's probably sick of all the texts I keep sending him with Jordan Davis. Eagles run defense should be fine. They need a cover safety who could play the pass. Oh, I agree with you. I agree. I didn't see Howie on the cover of Sports Illustrated. No. 500. If we get Landon Collins, he will be another player you ran about every week because his coverage stinks. Oh, I know. He will, definitely. The A.J. Brown introductory press conference is 4:30 Eastern. Jaden says, yo, Philly, there's a rage compilation of you there on YouTube. You should do a reaction video to them of these. Send me the link to it. I saw one with me. Every last few drafts, there's always been a couple that had me in it. That's hilarious, though. I have no problem if somebody uses it. Eagles should trade Jonathan Abram from the Raiders. I don't know if he's available. Sounds like they gave him an extension already. There's still solid cornerbacks. Maybe convert one of them safety free. I mean, maybe. I'm okay. Listen, if the Eagles go and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to give you we're going to go out and sign a corner and we're going to give Epps or Kevon a chance. I can live with that. I can live with it. I would also like to Tart. He's a free former. Yeah. That may not be bad either. Why is he still out there, though? Because isn't he 26 years old? Howie released a statement saying they're going to use what we have. I don't mind it because Epps was pretty solid when he was in Barrett Brooks and McPherson did his job versus Lamb last game. I don't mind giving Epps a chance if they get in their corner. I think the one thing to remember about that, though, is I kind of think Howie kind of has to say that. Like, I kind of think he has to say that just in case. You know, it's like when he was saying, we like the receivers we have. And then they go and trade for A.J. Brown, you know. Dunlop 88, man. Man, thank you, man. Thank you, man, for the super chat, man. I truly appreciate that, man. Thank you, man. It's very, very generous of you. Thank you. He says, hey, brother, I'm on vacation, but wanted to say hi. Be cool and go Birds. Oh, man, thank you, man. And enjoy that vacation. Enjoy the vacation, man. I'm going to need a vacation once I get to June, but, man, thank you, man. And I hope you're having a great vacation. Yeah, Easy Money's back. He's now talking about Carson Strong rocket arm. It's hilarious. And Dunlop 88, once again, man, thank you so much, man. Shout out to you. Yeah, Peppers went to New England. That was somebody I thought I had heard the Eagles were interested in. But I think the Eagles will. I think Howie will do something at corner. Not sure about safety. The F500 can't get a lot of cannoli. Yeah, oh yeah. You know, I'm going to go buy some cannolis. Brandon goes to the Fs, but we can't keep signing guys. Randy Jones says, Yo 500. I love your reaction to the Eagles landing AJ Brown. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. It was awesome. It was definitely awesome. Yeah, I don't want Mike Davis. I don't want him. Landon Collins, nah. I really, honestly, I mean this. I'd rather have Epps and Kevon Wallace because Landon Collins is such a liability at safety. I almost think you might as well convert him to a linebacker somehow. You got to keep Maddox at slot. Yeah, we have enough to get a cornerback too. Listen, Howie can manipulate the cap. Howie, there's things he can do. You know, I think I don't know. I really, first of all, I like the kid Brooks they got from Oklahoma. I like the running backs we have. I'm not interested in a guy like Mike D. I'd rather go with what we have. So Blaze, thank you for super chat. He says Carson Strong next Dan Marino. I did a reaction video on the day he signed. I did a reaction video to him because I hadn't watched him. So I'm going to be putting that out for channel members in the next day or so. I got pretty much all the unrestricted free agents. I got reaction videos on, and those are going to be for the channel members. Yeah, Kevin King is available. I think Xavier Rhodes makes the most sense though, only because he knows the system. Yo, Philly, would you start Jurgens at right guard and let him sit here to just study Kelsey? It sounds like they said he can play. He's just a center. Me personally, if he could play right guard, I would do it in a second. You do have Isaac Seumalo. I don't really like him in pass blocking, but I like him in run blocking. But I have no problem if they wanna sit him. I don't. I have no problem. Gico says I like our young corners too. Yeah, I mean I would get a veteran in here, but give him a chance. RPF, what's happening, my man? This is 8500 Sleep in the House. Hell of a weekend for the Eagles, and congratulations, you enjoy Eagles draft weekend coverage, especially last Saturday, doing nearly 5 straight hours of live draft talk. Thank you, RPF, man. Appreciate it, man. That was fun. It's always fun hanging out with you guys, man. But it does get long, especially the last day. It's like I felt like a zombie. Who do I want to play week 1? I want Washington. I want Washington in Philly, Carson Wentz. And I hope it's on like Sunday Night Football. So do you have any draft sleepers we should worry about that you picked up? The Giants have a couple. I mean, I don't. I think this Kerryon Johnson kid, I think he could be a total sleeper because he looks like he has tremendous upside. Even the tight end, I can't pronounce his name, Calcutta or whatever, Calcaterra. He looks like he has some upside too. So those are guys I would say. Now the Eagles didn't have that many picks, but I think the Eagles got 4 starters long term out of this draft. Yeah, Kenneth Brook from Oklahoma. He's had 3 1,000 yards. He looks like the perfect fit. I think he's going to make this team. What are you talking about, CJ Mosley? Eagles 3-year deal. You did that to me last time. Who was it last time that you said? To be honest, I thought all Alabama and Clemson players were good enough to get drafted. Since Joba, is that how you pronounce it, and Mario went undrafted, does that mean they aren't good? No, it doesn't always mean that players aren't good. No. The Eagles have had great success of undrafted players making a team. CJ Mosley wants out of New York, but he's owed $14 million. Would you make? No. I don't think the Eagles need it. I think the Eagles linebackers are good. You got Hassan Reddick, you got White, you got you now have Nakobe Dean, you still have TJ Edwards, you have Sean Bradley. I think the Eagles are set at linebacker. I think where the Eagles need to go is they need to go safety and corner for immediate for this year going into 2022. I think long term they need a corner safety and a defensive end. Kyle Fuller would be a guy I would not mind. You know, that Joba is my sleeper. Not sure if he's twitchy enough to be a cornerback, but I could see him turning safe. That may be interesting. Fly Eagles Fly says, diehard Eagles fan from Huskers Nation. Jurgens can play any position on the line. Great at getting to second level defense. Reminds me of Kelsey big time. I say put him for a year. Put him at right guard then. You know what I mean? Mary Goodrich had a 4th round grade. I think the Eagles, that one's telling because of what they paid him. Like, they wanted to make sure we need Goodrich here, you know? Britton Covey, yeah, he could be a returner. How do you pronounce his name, by the way? How do you pronounce, is it Covey or what is it? My 3 backs would be Sanders, Gainwell, and Brooks. Yeah, dude's calling me. Stop calling. And Brooks, I think that could work. The Philly has a 3rd place schedule. I think the Eagles are going to win the division. I think they're going to win the division. Jaden says, just send them a rage link to you on Twitter, Philly, whenever you get a chance. All right, cool. I'll definitely, after the stream, I'll check it out. I will be going on Jacob Media. I'll be on with Dan Cilio for a little bit. That should be fun. I like it. You think he's the best signing we did? I haven't done a reaction to him yet, so I haven't really watched him just a tiny bit. He was doing it. He was there. I watched some clips of him with punt returns, so I'll have to go back and watch him. 215 Sports says Jalen Hurts got the ball out. Got to get the ball out now. I think he will have no excuses now. He has a number 2, 1 receiver, top of the line. I agree. 215 Sports. There's no excuse for Hurts. Hurts has everything he's needed. The Eagles proved that they believe in him, that they're invested in him, and that they want to give him every opportunity to succeed. The Eagles did exactly what I was saying they had to do leading up to this draft. They did exactly. I think they watched the videos. Hey, Phil, really hope you're doing good. Would you rather have Tyrann Mathieu as a vet or start our young guys with Epps or Wallace? I would have liked to have Mathieu 1 year, but he's gone. He signed with Saints. So we really don't have a choice now. It's got to be the young guys or they got to have somebody else in mind. The Eagles have a second place schedule because we finished second. I think when you look at that schedule though, I think it's not going to be that bad. I'll give you my early NFC East predictions. I'll give it to you. Eagles 1, Washington 2, Dallas 3, Giants 4. And I think every team in the division gets better. I think even the Giants will be better. I think Dallas is the only team that takes a step back. I don't think Dallas is better than they were last year. Joseph says, not the third round, not the fourth round, not the fifth round, not the sixth round, not the seventh round. You got it, undrafted college free agents. Yeah, they're undrafted free agents. But I'm not. Like I said, I don't rely on any of those guys. I hope that they're good, and if they do come in and they're great. But I don't rely on them. But there are some promising guys. Landon Collins, I'm telling you, I'd rather have Epps. I'd rather have Wallace. Landon Collins cannot cover. He could not cover. He could not cover Philly 500 on one leg. That's the truth. Dingbat, I'm here out in Reno. I'm so excited to see what Carson Strong can bring to let the team. Let's go, Birds. All right, yeah, Reno. I like Reno. The Eagles will be in division. I think so. Oh, Sven, my man, here he goes. Listen, buddy, here's a dose of reality for you. You had a great draft, no doubt, but what killed you last year against Dallas? Your horrible secondary who allowed near 100 points in 2 games. Yeah, but two things, two rebuts to that. One, I still think that you guys make way too much about the second game. The Eagles were sitting. I mean, they had their third string in. And two, I think that the increased pass rush that the Eagles should help negate some of the secondary problems, especially against Dallas. Because one of the things we did not do a good job of, especially after the initial touchdown Fletcher Cox had in that first game, was we didn't get pressure. I think that Tart would be a great option. I like it. Why is he out there right now though? 500. What is the completion percentage you need to see from Hurts to seal the deal? I don't know. I mean, to me, it's more about the eye test. You know, I want to see him make passes in certain situations. I want to see him be able to throw the ball when the Eagles need points and the running game ain't working or they can't rely it or they're behind. I want to see him make plays. To me, it's more of an eye test than statistics. Big Pickens says, although the Honey Badger decided to go home, there are vet defensive backs out there. Yeah, there are. Like I said, I'm going to be patient. I'm going to assume Howie's got a plan. Philly Strong, what's up, man? He says, yo, 500. If Hurts doesn't work out this year, we can develop Carson Strong. Then next year we'll have 2 first rounds, 2 seconds, and don't have to waste on quarterback. Yeah, I mean, but you have to develop him. We have to see how he develops, you know. That kid has a big arm. There's no question. He's what, 6'3"? He's got a big arm, you know. But we'll see. I mean, we'll see the kind of jump he's going to make. It's going to be interesting. Oh, I think Nakobe Dean is the steal of the draft. I mean, every mock draft, everything I saw in Nakobe Dean leading up had him top 20 pick. Okay, and even if you want to say he's small, okay, and undersized, okay, well, he should have gone in the second round. He went in the third round. I think the Eagles got a steal of the draft. Okay, if Dak throws for 40 less points, Dallas still blows you out. Your defense was non-existent, and without secondary, you're going to – yeah, but I think it's a whole new year. It's a whole new year. I think the Eagles are much improved in their pass rush and on their defensive line, and I think that'll help a lot of the problems that were in the secondary. It's not going to take care of everything. The Eagles still got it. They still got some holes. And I'll say this about your Dallas Cowboys. I'm not sure your offensive line is better, and I don't think you have the receivers that you had a year ago. So I think that Dak is not throwing to guys as good as he did. Yes, you still have CeeDee Lamb, but Gallup is coming back from an ACL. Where's he going to be? We don't even know when we play you. So I think it's going to be a lot more competitive. Everyone stresses too much about stats. If the Birds win the NFC East this year, Jalen's quarterback going forward. I think if Jalen Hurts went out and threw, let's say, between 25 and 30 touchdowns and ran for another 5 to 10, I think he's going nowhere. Dallas could have taken Dean if we wanted. Yeah, you could have. Could have, would have, should have. Instead you were taking who? Randy says, hey, 500, Hurts stats as follows. How would you feel? 3,890 yards, 28 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, and 850 yards, 7 touchdowns. Would you sign him? Yeah, that would be it. I would say you have to give him an extension. Yeah, at that point, yeah, I think so. At that point, I think you have to. Hey, Philly 500 pounds. Thanks, buddy. You're so nice. What jersey number is Honey Badger wearing in Philly? He's not in Philly. Eagles secondary quarterback stinks. A.J. Brown will lead the league in drop passes. I think you're reaching there. Well, Honey Badger signed with New Orleans, so he's not wearing any number here. Big Dog says, yo, 500, with us losing out on the Honey Badger, do you think it was a mistake to pass on Hamilton? No. I think you have to build that defensive line. I think that the Eagles, their whole defense is predicated on the pass rush, on that defensive line. You have to, because you're going to lose Fletcher Cox next year. You had to do it. I would, if I was the Eagles right now, I would have taken Hamilton. I would have taken Jordan Davis over Hamilton. I mean, I like Hamilton. I think he's going to be good, but I think if Jordan Davis can live up to his talent, you got somebody that can dominate in a way that I don't think many other players have come in this league and can. I think you had to take him. I agree, 500. Then we can go whoop the. Well, I agree, 500, and then we can go whoop that guy for calling you 500 pounds. Nah, let him call me 500 pounds. I love it. Dean is plenty big. A guy like London Fletcher was 5'10" and made 4 Pro Bowls for Washington. Don't say he isn't big enough. Well, I'm not saying it, but I'm just saying if that's the excuse people want to give for him not going to first, he didn't go in the second either, and he should have. So don't confuse what me saying what other people said with what I'm saying. Grant Delpit is interesting because weren't they kind of thinking about moving him last year? I wonder if they would be interested in trading. The rest of the NFC East hopes you keep Jalen Hurts. The rest of the NFC East hopes that he doesn't work out. You know what I mean? What do you miss in the draft big time is grab Kobe Bryant, the second core for that dude. I agree with you. We didn't have those picks, so we didn't have those 4th round picks or whatever to get him. But I agree. I like him. I don't disagree with you there. I'm going to punch that guy with 500 pounds of dynamite. Nah, it's all good. Don't bother me. Do you think I don't think they're going to get a punter. Would you have still drafted Ojabo in second instead of Dean? Well, we took Dean in the third. I would have took Ojabo, yeah. I would have because of his upside. But yeah, but I was not unhappy at all about Cam Jurgens. I understood the pick. It made sense. It's not the kind of pick you jump out and dance around to, but I totally understand it. 3,500, it has to be more than just winning for Hurts to be the guy. Winning quarterbacks get replaced all the time. Hurts has to throw a lot of touchdowns with an elite offense. Well, I mean, what's a lot of touchdowns? Because to me, 28 touchdowns in his first year with this team. I mean, I don't think that's anything to sneeze about. Reddick is going to open up the D line. I think so. You know, for all the Jalen haters, the dude got better every single year. He's a leader and hard worker. Give him a shot. You will not regret it. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree. I was so worried that they were going to take a quarterback. You know, when they had those 3 picks and they're taking Kenny Pickett to dinner. But I'm glad that they're giving Hurts a chance. But I'm even more glad that they're giving him a fair chance. They didn't set him up for failure. Quace J. Smith, a.k.a. Nate Gary, is here. Thank you, man. We need to sign cornerback Mike Crotchburns. He's a stud. I bet he is a stud. 200 like 765 people. Yeah. If you haven't, click that like. Make sure you guys subscribe. I appreciate you guys being here. I will try to put another video out tonight talking about the A.J. Brown press conference. I just don't know when I'm going to be home. It's going to be late. I can't stream the Sixers tonight either because I won't be back home until it's halftime. So I'll probably have to do Sixers game 2, and I should have a video out tonight or first thing in the morning. Hurts has no reason not to have 30 touchdowns. Listen, I hope he's much improved. But if you're going to tell me he's got 27 touchdowns and 8 touchdowns rushing, I don't think that's nothing to sneeze about. You know what I mean? Yeah, Clark you're talking about. I don't think that's a bad idea. Listen, after how he did with A.J. Brown and getting a wide receiver, they didn't panic when he didn't get the guys. There's a lot of receivers they didn't even try to get, and it worked out. He was patient and he got the best guy. So I'm gonna just sit back. I'm gonna wait and assume that I think they'll get a corner. I don't know about safety. Smitty says A.J. Brown's going to score 7 touchdowns on the Cowgirls. That would be great. You know. Here you go. Easy money. Carson Strong is a top NFL arm. Most talented quarterback on the Eagles. Let's go Birds. Yo, you going to go into Dan Silio's chat and start getting him to talk about Carson Strong now? I think it'll be hilarious. Trey says, with the 13th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Drake London. No. Man, the happiest part of the night on day 1 was when Atlanta took Drake London. So I did not have to worry about the Canadian rapper from Toronto come to Philly. Gentleman of Culture says, you got to wonder what Carson Wentz would have done with weapons like Devontae Smith. 2017 Carson throws 45 touchdowns. 2019 Carson probably throws about 36, 37 touchdowns. Carson right now probably throws 30 touchdowns, 34 touchdowns. He threw 27 last year. He'd tear it up. Carson's never had weapons like that. They didn't do Carson right, you know. How do you see the O-line next year? I think it's going to be Mulata at left tackle. Left guard will be Dickerson, center Kelsey. Right guard, I'm going to say they probably stick with Sayamalu and treat Jurgens as a backup center, and then right tackle Lane. But if it was me, I'd like to see Jurgens at right guard for 1 year. Dean is built like the Tampa Bay linebackers. He will be fine. He plays some. Yeah, I think you're right. I think Dean is a steal. I think the Eagles I think they have the most talented linebacker since Trotter. You know, Common Star, thank you for super chat. He says if Hurts plays every game this season, he should have 28 to 30 touchdowns. We have an elite offense around Hurts this year. Anything less is not good enough. I agree. I agree with that. You know, yeah, Grant Delpit's a good name. Pretty sure Easy Money smoking that stuff. Hell yeah. What up? What up, Jones or Eagle? What's up? Let's Hurts be great. I'm so proud of Howie Roseman. And I criticize Howie Vision. I do. But I'm proud of him for what he did in this draft. He got Jordan Davis, which is what he should have done. He made the play for the receiver with that second first round pick, which is what he should have done, and pay the guy now. It makes too much sense to do it now. And then he took the best talent on the board in the third round. And that was important. He didn't try to outsmart himself. He didn't try to get cute and find a gem nobody's talking about. He stuck to the board, it looks like. And I got to give him credit. And I said, Howie has one more draft like this, I'll do an apology video. Yeah, Dickerson's the left guard. That's what I said. That's exactly what I said. Dickerson left guard, Mulata at left tackle, center is Kelsey, right guard most likely Sayamalu, and right tackle is Lane. That's what I said. What are we going to do for cornerback and safety? My guess is this, and I don't know for sure. At safety, I think they go in with Epps and Wallace. They're going to do that. And at corner, I think they sign a free agent. That's what I think they're going to do. I don't know what else they can do, you know. A Delpit Reagor. Did that make sense for the Eagles? Does that make sense for Cleveland? Dickerson's the left guard. Dickerson plays left guard. He plays the opposite. He plays right next to Jordan Mulata at left tackle. And those guys were so dominant because the plan was originally Dickerson was going to be your center. But he was so good at left guard. They're like, they don't want him to take Jordan Mulata and Dickerson. They want those guys right there for a long time. So now he's left guard. He wasn't. They tried early in the season. They put Dickerson at right guard. He wasn't comfortable. They moved him to left guard, and he was flourished. That's what happened. So he's at left guard right now. Landon Collins is still out there. How do you feel about him? I'd rather go with Epps or Wallace. He is so bad in pass coverage, in my opinion. I don't want anything to do with him, man. That's just my opinion, you know. Well, he didn't feel comfortable. He didn't feel comfortable at right guard. He didn't feel comfortable there. That's why they moved him to left guard. So I don't think they're going to move him at all. 500 Hurts will get his touchdowns. His completion percentage and third down conversion rate need to improve. Fair. Keep that line of field so a rested D can attack. Fair enough. You know, I think the addition of A.J. Brown is going to open up a lot for like guys like Jordan Mulata and stuff. Epps over Wallace, agreed. I like Epps, and Wallace will still have time to let him play. It's like Wallace, man. It's like, where's Wallace, String? Where's Wallace? Because Wallace was supposed to be a player. Let me see here. Case Hana 877. Welcome to Dingbat Nation. Thank you so much for joining, and welcome to Dingbat Nation. Shout out to you. We got 627 people in the chat. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. But that's not how they lined up, Ricky. That's not how they lined up. Dickerson was lined up next to Jordan Mulata. He wasn't lined up early on. He was lined up on at right guard. They moved him. If you go back and watch, he's right next to Jordan Mulata at left guard. First membership I signed up for. I appreciate that. Thank you. There should be some stuff coming out, so look for that. How long Dallas fans going to wait till Dak win one? It's going on, what, 7 years? Yeah, he's 7 years. I think he's got, what, one playoff win? One? I mean, you know, for all the crap they give us about quarterback's not doing much. I mean, doesn't Dak? Philly, what team drafted Guy Cox? I don't know. Dickerson, let's say, yeah, correct. What did you think when they picked up Carson Strong? I thought it's an interesting pick. I say, why not bring him in, see if you can develop him, get a look at him. He doesn't cost you any draft picks. It's good, if he develops, then you have maybe a backup quarterback after Minshew leaves. Minshew's got 1 year and he's gone. I don't look at it like he's going to replace Hurts. I don't look at that like that or anything. Not unless Hurts struggles and he starts showing stuff. But I mean, the guy has got a huge arm. I like his arm. You think they need to move Mulata to left guard? I mean, I wouldn't move Jordan Mulata at left tackle. Is such a premium position, and he played so well. I don't want to touch anybody when they've established it like that at left tackle. I don't want to move them at all. They're and they got depth there. As long as Dillard's there, they got depth. But I can't move. I just can't move them. Good look. Go look at McPherson's film, Last Game of Cowboys. Good film. I'll have to go back and check it out. That's interesting because all our backups were playing. That's a good one to go watch. I'll definitely go do that. Okay, so we didn't have Brandon Graham, so he'd be okay. We have strong. Yeah, I think the defensive line is much better. Just adding Hassan Reddick as a edge rusher to blitz on passing down stuff. I think it's big time. Commissar, Philly 5. A lot of fans really want Carson Strong to start. Strong has top 5 arm, but his injuries kept him from being drafted. He could be a quarterback once, so you never. No, I'm not saying he doesn't have the talent, but I got to see him develop. I got to see him develop first. Dillard bulked up to 320. He may be changing guard as well. Yeah, that's interesting. If he could play guard, why not? AJ Brown will make the Cowgirls. Big time. Big time. We need to be nasty on the interior. Mulata, Kelsey, Dickers. They're all nasty. Even from what I'm hearing about this kid Jurgens, he's another one. They're nasty. Howie said they want to keep Landon at left guard, build chemistry with Jordan. I think that you could have, let's say Hurts works out and he's a right-handed quarterback. You could have, the best blind side for quarterback, in the league with those guys. Now, I don't think Dillard's necessarily bad either, but Jordan Mulata is a star. I look at Jordan Mulata, and I think he's a star. John Doe says, you all are dumb. Well, man, dude, Pickett's already gone. 5,500, can you imagine what practice it would be like with our offense and defense? Yeah, it's going to get heated in those practices. You know it. You know what I mean? I would rather have Dak's hairline because that guy talked forever. He talked forever. We will be okay on defense if they blitz a lot. If not, fire again. You can only eat friend, take the gun and live. Yeah, I mean, one of the reasons Gannon said he wasn't more aggressive and didn't blitz more is he said he didn't have the personnel to do it. Now you get guys like Hassan Reddick, Nakobe Dean. I mean, they can blitz. So we should see a lot more aggressive defense, a lot more blitzing this year. I agree. How do I think we're going to do with the NFC North, AFC South? I think they're going to do really good against the NFC North. The AFC South, I think they take care of the Jaguars. I think they take care of the Texans. Colts. That will be an interesting game. And the other game that's going to be really interesting is Titans because you're going to have A.J. Brown against his old team. Hey, Philly, what's our chances they grab a safety on a one-year deal? It's possible. I think it's more likely now that it's going to be a corner and then they go with Epps. But we'll see, Eagles winning Division 100. I agree. Oh, Scotty, absolutely correct. Dallas had the worst draft in the division. I thought the Giants and the Eagles had the best. 500. I really wanted us to trade up for Evan Neal. Now, how does that sound? I don't know what for. Play him at right tackle. I think Lane has enough years left where you can wait on it. I think Jordan Mailata is a star. I think you have to keep him at left tackle. I really do. I think Jordan Mailata has a chance to be top 2 to 3 best left tackle for the next 10 years. That's the kind of talent that guy has. Mexa says, I'm so ready for, oh man, it's going to be crazy. We're going to get rookie camp. We're going to get OTAs. But once we get to where they break from like from like OTAs to like training camp, that month and a half is going to be torturous. I'm ready for the season to start now. I haven't been this excited about the Eagles in a long time. Like I am so. I think that this was the best all season since maybe the Eagles got Terrell Owens and Javon Curse, and I mean it. Britton Covey, I haven't watched a lot on him, but what I did watch, I liked. But I need to watch Neal. Evan Neal is going to be good. He is going to be good, and I thought the Giants were really smart how they handled that pick. There were 3 offensive tackles right on the board still. They took the pass rusher, and then they took the one that fell, and it just worked out. He is going to be good. The question is their quarterback? Even our third-string quarterback might be better than Daniel Jones. That's true. Yeah, Buffalo took the punter. He's really, and that's big, especially in Buffalo in the winter, cold weather. Could be huge. Hey, Philly, do we still have Maddox? I'm thinking if we can get a pass rush this year, our corners won't be so pressed into cup. Yeah, we have Maddox, and he's very solid for us in the slot. So I think so, yeah. I don't know, dude. People be hating. What are you going to do? People have a right to their opinion. It has been very surprising, though, what over the last 24 hours. You get to see a lot of these Eagle content creators, and you get to see the phony ones and the real ones, And so it's been interesting seeing the ones that you think they're nice to you and they're friends, and then you realize they like laugh behind your back or they say things behind your back. So that's cool because I know who I work with again and who I won't. But I don't pay attention to them people. The Cowboys didn't have third round for 3 first round pick, top 20 picks. You were awarded that when you and the teams you trade with sucks. Who cares? I don't know. What's the point? You know what you get when you dial 611? A smoke detector. Huh. Believe me, I ain't worried about them. That's like the last thing I'm worried about. Too many people want to build their foundations on straws. That's all I can say. I am just me, man. The other candle nuts, I feel you. Thank you, Jersey Dolphins. Who's better, Dillard or Sam? I don't know. I still think Dillard could play. I think Dillard could start at left tackle somewhere and still be decent. When he did come in for us, he was decent. I just think he needs opportunity. The problem is Jordan Mailata is just too good. He's just too good. Gabe says we're winning Super Bowl. Oh, it'd be awesome. Do you think the Eagles I think the Eagles got it. I think the Eagles going to win the division, yeah. I mean, barring major injuries and stuff like that, I think they are. Yeah. Hope I'm wrong, but I think Hurts will be more exposed as a weak passer, and we will be drafted quarterback next. Well, I mean, that's one of the things that may come of it with the talent around him. If he doesn't go out and perform that could happen. The way I look at it is then we know there's no excuses. Nobody's going to say, hey, the Eagles did them wrong. We'll know. And then we can go get a quarterback. And whoever that quarterback is going to be is going to come in a situation where they got a plethora of weapons. So it's not necessarily like a bad thing. Do you know what I'm saying? The weakest link is that Gannon's. Maybe you might be right. All right, so I'm gonna do about 5 more minutes. I will be on Dan Celia's show, Jacob Media, I think 3:30. So I have to get ready for that. But I want to thank everybody for being here. It means a lot to me. We'll do about another 5 minutes. What do we think Carson Strong will be the number 2 at some point? I'm hoping he develops into a number 2. That would be great. That would be great. I like his arm. He's got a big arm. Big arm. Philly, watch him react to his favorite returns. He's an expert. Really good in slot. Telling you now, if he doesn't stick with his next. Who are we talking about? 500. I want to see Hurts play, but how many weeks do we give him? I mean, unless he's really struggling, you give him the year. You give him the year, you know? 500. I joined the Titans fan live stream, and one guy was filled with emotions calling AJ a villain. Really? I mean, they didn't. Why did they pay him? You know? Hey, I did drink it. I've been drinking it for like 3 days. I haven't noticed anything yet, but I've been drinking it. What do we do about safety now? My guess is that safety, they're going to stick with Epps or Kevon Wallace, and then they're going to sign a free agent corner. But Howie might have something up his sleeve. I don't know for sure. Anything's possible. Exactly. No excuse that this season team will agree. All I want to see is the ball, Devontae Brown, Dallas hands in the game. I agree. Oh, watch Covey. Yeah. React to his favorite returns. He's an expert return. Oh, okay. Return specialist. So I'll tell you. I'll check him out. I mean, I watched a little bit of his stuff. Not enough stuff to give people like a good opinion, but I've watched a little bit. So who's available? A couple guys. You have Xavier Rhodes is available. I think Joe Hayden's available. I think who else? There's a couple other guys. There's some guys, you know. I think Kevin King's available. There's somebody else. I don't know what the Giants are. I don't know if the Giants are going to cut Bradbury. But there's some guys. The Don, thank you for super chat. He said the Eagles are contenders if Hurts passing improves 30%. Yeah, oh, definitely. Hey, Philly, did we lose more free agents than we signed for compensatory picks or next? I'd have to go through it. I don't know that we lost. Yeah, I mean, Steven Nelson was kind of a big loss for us, right? We lost Rodney McLeod. We lost Baby Arms. Yeah, we did. We lost a few guys, but I think we brought in more guys, though. No, Razul signed. Kyle Fuller's available. And then whatever trades Howie may have that he's working. Smitty versus Stingley. A.J. Brown versus Titans. Eagles versus Dougie. Eagles versus Frank Reich. AFC South could be exciting. And don't forget in the NFC East, Eagles versus Wentz. We need a defensive back, and Reagor is an athlete with speed. Try him and see. You want to put Reagor at corner? I don't know, man. Can he tackle? If that knee heals like it's supposed to be, yes, his arm talent. Strong arm. Yeah. You know how is some. I think so. I think you're right. I'm not going to get all worried about it right now. It's only, May 2nd? I'm going to let Howie play this out and see what he does. But let me thank each and every one of you guys for joining me tonight. Seriously. If you're new, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Thank you for all the super chats, all you guys who joined me for this. We had well over 600 people in here. I appreciate each and every one of you guys so much. And, yeah, I should have a video out Maybe out tonight. If not, it'll be out tomorrow morning. I will be on Dan Cilio's show in about a half hour, 40 minutes. So look for that. And yeah, I'm going to let you guys go. And with that said, as always, I'm going to let Mark Holmes and his son take us out. So take care. Talk to you guys later, of course. Don't be a dingbat. And remember, it's Howie Vision. We're all just living in it.
Not time for one more play.
The officials are bad.
We had one
Yo,
more.
you gotta be motherfucking
You
kidding
got
me.
to be kidding me. We have no time for one more play.
Look at this motherfucker
What are you doing?
running from
What
a.
are you doing?
To get off the field on third down.
What was that bullshit?
That is not right.
Kellen Moore, he's got to be better, man. He wasn't.
Oh, that's some bullshit. What was that? We had enough time for one more
We
play.
had an opportunity to win that game at the end.
But the referee screwed us.
Away, but, you know, this is just
The brother screwed us.
I'm upset, but
The brother screwed
it
us.
is, man.
At least they fought back and tried.
Only Cowboys games.
Yeah,
in that way.
you
The brother
literally.
screwed us. The brother screwed us.
It's going to end the way that
We had opportunity for one more. Hi, Michael Anthony Fitness here, MAF.
I'll need to set a pier right there, and I'll be able to use the original structure right there. Now, that'll take